Alright, we are at Friday, the end of week 9, and this is day 25 for BCA-101. Talk a little bit more about IP addressing, DNS, a couple other things. So our goal was to finish up the week understanding the difference between a physical address and a logical address. Now, in a personal computer, but it could be any device. So let's take a look at what we did. So we logged in to the wireless. Now I know we're in the wireless because of the address. I can tell by the address what network we're on. And we looked at example. For example, I copied the IP addresses and information on my PC when I was connected to the wired network. Okay? It's actually a different MAC, and it was a different PC, and actually a different mask. Subnet mask. By the way, the subnet mask is saying this part of the address is the network, and this part is the host, or sometimes referred to as interface. Host or interface. Okay. So, when we first did it, we had the students, not all of them, but we listed the addresses that the students got on their computers. Initially, this 172.31.142 was the one I had, right here. Okay, and then the students listed theirs, and then we did something called a ping. So you could send a message from one computer to another using the IP address. And actually more specific things happened. After we did this, then we connected to the wireless, and we got a different mask, different IP address, and the students were supposed to check. They should have gotten a different physical address for their wireless interface card. Okay, connected to an access point. So the access point connected to a device here on the campus, and this was the default gateway. And then we talked a little bit about their routers at home. They act like a router, they act like a switch, and they act like an access point. I don't know, a decent one would be $150. Could get them for a little less, could spend more. Inside we have a private address, and when it leaves your router and goes through your cable modem or however you're connected, then it gets a public address from your internet service provider. Okay? And then we did talk a little bit about, we typed a command, an ARP -A. This was supposed to, I don't know if the students got it or not, it showed their IP address for a computer they were communicating with, and it matched it up with the physical address of that computer they're communicating with. Because in order to get from the device we're on to another device on the same network, as an example, you got to have the physical address to get it to go out the right port on the switch. Or, if it's an access point, it's got to have that to send it to the right device that it's connected to wirelessly. So it has this little ARP table that matches up the IPs with the physical address, and these are in your device. And then we'll talk a little bit before the year's out there, also in a routing device, a router. You know what? That is it for this particular Friday. What do we got? That was week 9. And we got 7 weeks left? 6 weeks, 7 weeks left? Something like that. All right, that's it. Make sure you ask if you have questions on anything.